Hey, it's Alex with the Factory Creek, and I'm back here with my very first entry into the video log of game development portion within the creative umbrella of what the Factory Creek is. Now, um, we're going to stick to basically some fundamentals of just putting together a prototype of what I've kind of outlined in some plans that I have, and I have a concept of a game that's been I've been iterating on for a number of years. And one of the things that I've been kind of looking at doing is getting something out on Steam, or packaged into a game where I can present it to some people, and ultimately it's going to lead to a fully fledged product that will be funded through my financial endeavors. And under the umbrella of the Factory Creek is essentially going to act as part studio, part publisher, part entity and enterprise that's going to manage these concepts. So, with that said, we're staring at our Unreal Engine. You're probably wondering what's going on with this first initial video. And essentially, what we're doing is we're going to outline the beginning stages of the game just through a series of videos, and we're going to build it up. And some of them might be informative, some of them might be merely progress reports, and it's going to maintain some dialogue from me externally. Whether or not it's relevant to you or it's helpful, that's great. If it's not, it's still just me working through a process, and ultimately that's the purpose of what we're doing. And I'll try to keep the videos relatively short, and we'll keep this as entertaining and as engaging as possible. But so I've created a blank game template, and I've named it Project Corp. So what I mean is blank is you get the option when you fire up Unreal Engine to essentially choose a template, and the template provides you with the structure of how your game is going to be kind of stacked, folders and components wise, right? So the lighting changes in some of these different things. Some of them add various starting levels and components that you can use for all intents and purposes of learning and going through this project of building what I want. We started with the game in just a blank template, and that's it. So I've named it Project Corp. What I have done is I've added a modular character from the asset store. So this is actually a series of characters that have some animations and have equipable modular pieces. And the main characters in my game are actually going to be modular characters. So it's very important to get this configuration proper when I'm installing a character and then moving through the process that way. All right, back to it. Project Corp. Do I have two open? I do. That's random how it does that. So here we are, we've got this. First things first, I've got to create my game folder. This is going to keep what I do different or separate in the content browser from whatever's been included or whatever I import. This is my game. Set a nice color that's going to make a pop to me later on. I'll do that. Actually, I'll do that now. Let's make it red. I wanted my game. Never mind. We will do this one. Make this one red. We'll change this one to my character. And we will make this a new color. And we'll kind of make it yellow. Cool. So the character, we've already got some models in here that we want to use. This is a modular character, so what we're going to first need is a blueprint. The blueprint will be your character, and you can just name it whatever you want. Mine is my modular character. Now, I know coding and following best practices and all this kind of stuff is important when you're picking a naming convention. Some of them are really relevant in order to keep your game flow and your programming in line. I'll do my best to kind of structure it that way. No promises, to be completely honest. So I've got a blueprint there in my character. I'm going to need another folder, and this is going to be my animations. And I might end up making animations of my own, or I might just buy them, or I might incorporate them from other places. But in here, we'll have a couple things. So we're going to have an animation blueprint based off of this old skeleton. So for prototyping, this is the model I'm using. This is the skeleton I want. So I'm going to select it and just create it. And this will be my animation underscore BP. So all the components, whether they're blueprints or structs or enums or data tables or actors or whatever, I'll make it the suffix instead of the prefix. So a lot of people will do BP underscore whatever. I'm just going to leave it at the end. Makes it easier for me. Okay. And then under there, we're actually going to need a miscellaneous. Oh no, we're going to need an animation component. And this is actually going to be a legacy one. And this is a blend space. Should I do this now? Yeah, let's make sure you pick the same skeleton as you did before. And this will be idle, walk, run. Oh yeah, I can't use those. Okay, that's all you really need. We're not going to open any of these. We're not going to do anything like that. We're going to go back here and we've got our character, our animations. We need one more folder, and this is going to be inputs. And so the inputs are the new enhanced movement inputs that Unreal has. And they're fairly straightforward. A couple things are wonky in the movement component that you got to set up with the mapping. But I'll use cheating on that, and I'll just make sure I do it right. So this input action is movement or move input. So that'll be our WSAD keys. This next one will be IA look. And the last one that we need to focus on right now is IA jump. Okay, so that gives us all the basic move stuff that we actually want to focus on, and that's going to get us where we need to go in terms of those parts. What's going to take all these input actions and put them in something that can be registered with your character blueprint is the mapping context. And this is MAP. Is that what they call it? Or they got mapping? I don't know what people call it. Input map. IMAP? Maybe? IMAP movements. So the other interactions we're going to have here, we're actually going to have like things like interact. We're going to have pick up maybe, or no, probably like main attack, hotkeys, all those kind of things. If we like when we build our action bar and stuff like that, the hotkeys we're going to put as something like that. We'll figure it out. Anyways, so we're going pretty good here. Inside the mapping component, we'll just do this real quick and we'll probably wrap up the video and move on to the next one. Is we're going to need one, and this is going to be move 2, this is going to be jump 3, and this is going to be look. Now these won't mean too much now, but we might as well set them up with what they are. You'll understand this one. This is W. We need 4 of these because the familiarity will start to show up. And you just click on the keyboard here, and it allows you to hotkey directly to those kind of things. We'll set up the triggers and the access right now. I just need to pause the video so I can make sure I do this properly. Okay, welcome back. Thanks. So what I have to do is I have to set up a series of modifiers and make sure that I have certain triggers proper when it comes to this kind of thing. So what we're going to do first is the setting behaviors for the W key is we're going to move to, or sorry, the modifiers. We're going to add a modifier and we're going to put it to swizzle input access values. We are going to ensure that it is X, Y, and Z. Perfect. For the S key, what we're going to do is we will do the same. So we will add a modifier, swizzle action, but this one actually will have to add a negate. How do I do that? I add a second modifier, and this is a negate. Okay, this will allow us to be able to back up and, you know, make it move properly. Next we have A, which will actually be a negate as well. And then D is nothing. Perfect, easy peasy. We will close those all up and we will go to jump. And jump doesn't actually need anything, so we will just do space bar, and that is our jump key. Look, we certainly do have to do something with look. So we are going to switch this to, we're going to click on this. Actually, no, we're going to go mouse, and this has to be mouse XY 2D axis. There are a couple things we need to change in here. So we're going to do one modifier. And the modifier itself will be the negate, but then the, hold on one sec, I'm actually cheating right now too. The indexes will be all unticked except for the Y. And that should be it. All right, so that is our movement components all set up. We will figure out if I did it properly when it comes along to it, but I will double check you know, our other components here. I have another screen open here, so I just want to make sure we are 2D vector for the value type in the IA move. I'm going to save that. The look, we are 2D vector as well. And then jump, we are just a bool, I believe, but I'm not too confident, so I'm just gonna, yeah, we're just a digital bool for those. So cool, savvy. So those are all set up. So inputs are done. Now, next thing we have to do is we have to go to our character blueprint. So we're gonna go in here now, and we're actually going to do some stuff that's going to make a little bit more sense, like we're actually doing a video. But what we will do is we will come back and start that off in the very next video. All right, so movements are set up, folders are set up, and the next thing you know, we're going to be adding a mesh. We're going to be attaching a blueprint, an animation blueprint, and configuring the actual movement stuff that's going to make our character actually move around the world. So thanks. Bye.